You know, I know you're a huge career mode fan.
Yeah, I am.
So we can talk quickly about that as we just choose a couple of teams here. We've also got Al, who some of the community may know, who's going to play. Hopefully he's going to do a good job. No pressure. He's going to do a good job for us playing, and I'll point out some of the gameplay stuff as we go. But career mode, you know, we wanted to make sure we got some really big additions this year, and two of the most asked for things was we've added pre-season tournaments. So, you know, you can go in, you can pick, you'll be offered up to your 3 tournaments. You can go and play depending on which club you're playing. Your big club, you'll get, you know, pretty prestigious tournament. If you're Charlton Athletic, you'll get a fairly prestigious
tournament. If you're
tournament.
saying Charlton Athletic aren't a prestigious club?
Clearly they are, but maybe not quite as prestigious as Real Madrid.
Maybe a little.
But you can go in and play, and then you can actually, depending on how you do, you can actually get some additional funds for your transfer budget. And then the other great thing that we've been asked for as well is training. So
that's
you
super
can now
exciting.
go in and train your players. You get five spots in a week to train, slots. You can go away and, you know, train up different players. You can try and make your first team better, or, you know, it's a great way to use train up youth players as well.
And this is the first time a lot of people will be seeing this game running
this is
for the first time.
This is world premiere that we've actually shown gameplay camera of the game running. We've really changed a lot of gameplay this year. As we talked about in the press conference, you know, innovating across the entire pitch. We've really looked at you know, all of our core systems. You know, how do we improve defending? You're going to see that it's easier to keep with the attackers. Even, you know, Messi's and Ronaldo's are quite difficult to sort of stick with. We've done a lot of work around the agility of players. We've also done work around how the AI covers for you in defending as well. So, you know, we'll try and point a few things out here. Maybe we'll see the passing with purpose in a second, which is just right bumper.
That's a lovely ball.
That's a great ball. You can see there that the 2 centre-backs are covering 4 people.
Yeah.
Well, they could get quite split last year, so they're covering for each other a little bit better.
You see that defensive intelligence is
yeah, that's
greater.
the new passing there. You know, especially when you've got, you know, players around you. What you're going to notice is that defensively, you see right there, players are much more aggressive at trying to win back the ball and intercept the ball, which where the passing with purpose really comes sort of into play.
Yeah, see Biscuits there closing down.
Yeah.
Or Biscuits. I always mispronounce his name. I call him Biscuits because it's a shorthand.
So actually, that right there was, you know, it's from quite deep, but that was new crossing logic. So we've completely reworked all our crossing targeting. Yeah. So balls are now getting more in behind. You're trying to get the attackers to run onto the ball. It's more authentic. We might see it here in a second. But it's also a bit more timing related.
Oh.
So that's left bumper, and maybe we'll see that. We can get the guys to do that in a second. But you hold down left bumper, and you can now decide not to touch the ball. You can, you know, use body position, swerve, you know, do feints, which is really nice.
And that's such a simple thing that's going to have a huge impact on the way people play.
Absolutely. I think it also kind of makes skill moves, if you like, a little bit more accessible because it's kind of a skill move in itself.
Safe. Oh, did it go out there? Linesman.
You can see the lines on the pitch. Sorry, I didn't point that out. You got the spray.
Oh, so you've got the referee spray now. Oh my God! Little touches like that, really, you know.
So there you go. There was an interception there.
Yep.
Probably last year, there's a likelihood that the defender wouldn't have tried to get that ball. So it really makes you think about, you know, what you're doing in midfield. Brings the midfield back into play, which is something, you know, the community really wanted back. It was quite easy to bypass the midfield last year. You know, that was a bit of a stronger pass right there. Maybe we can get a cross in as well. Took a deflection.
Oh, off the bar. That's a great cross. And, you know, the physics in the game and the mechanics have always been solid with FIFA. And, you know, these new, you know, the new passing mode, the new defending mode, the new dribbling mode, they're just going to add to the sense.
Absolutely. There you go, another whipped in cross there.
And it's much more dynamic now with the crossing system and the passing system, as you say. You know, there'll be a lot of times where people do like the, you know, straight through midfield. It's almost 100% guarantee of a pass. That's not going to exist anymore.
Well, exactly, and I think, you know, we are finding a lot. You know, a lot of players were playing with Real Madrid. Especially online. So, you know, by tightening up the midfield, helping you in defending. You know, we don't want to take away that. You know, dribbling felt really good, and we don't want to take that. We haven't taken that away, and we've added to it with no touch. But you know, we wanted to tighten things up a little bit. It means that there won't be one over-pervasive tactic. You know, speed was sort of quite overpowered last year, and we wanted to balance the game. We talked a lot about balance this year, which means I think you'll get more variety in the teams that players are using.
I mean, this can't be. This is obviously a game because Cuadrado is playing on the right wing for Chelsea, so that can't be right. And obviously all the new kits and stuff. We see the new Barcelona kit with, with the hoops this year.
Oh,
and, it's terrible defending. Who was that?
Terrible finish.
Suarez couldn't finish. Sat up for him beautifully. Could Chelsea break here and make the difference, make it pay?
There we go.
Oh, there's the man over. It's a good run. He's off. He's off. Just couldn't quite hold it, Fabregas.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, we're seeing gameplay footage for the first time, and almost this part of the game is something I was really excited for last year. Is the replays, the match summaries. It feels so kind of part of football.
Yeah, so we've added stuff as well to that. We've got, especially in which will obviously come out in career mode. We've kind of got the story of the game, more kind of tracking of what's going on. We even sort of talk about transfers as well this year. So. Lots of little touches like that. You'll see, we saw the running to the camera earlier.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
You can actually celebrate with subs now as well.
Oh, wow.
In certain situations. So, little touches like that.
Well, I was just saying earlier about the career mode. I do play career mode quite a lot. And, one of my favourite modes apart from career mode is the training mode. I love doing the advanced shooting drills, the advanced tackling drills, and the passing drills. And to have that implemented into career mode and feel like you're actually training your player is going to give you so much more ownership of your team.
Exactly, and I think that it gives you so many more options as well, because you can go and train like Costa in how to shoot, but ultimately he's pretty good already. So the benefit won't be as big. You might be able to get him up maybe 1 point or something like that. But if you go with a younger player with higher potential, you can really start to grow those players a bit more quickly. So it gives you more control over that. It gives you then more options where you can then, maybe take some youth players, train them up. Maybe you can sell them on. If you're, a smaller club, it's another way to get funds in. But maybe you can bring them into the first team a bit more quickly. So, previously it would take quite a while for those players to grow well enough to get into your first team, but now it gives you a little bit more options, a bit more flexibility to do that.
And it's not just a case of sending that on loan or bringing them on for the final 10 minutes to get their stats up.
Which is also a sort of fun thing to do as well. The little no touch there. You see the
lovely
shimmy.
stuff.
Good tackle.
Lovely feet. And Costa, and there's Fabregas, and just straight at the keeper.
Couldn't get it out of his feet.
Couldn't get it out of his feet. But like you were saying before about the career mode, also is the training is that's going to maybe change a player, like say Joe Gomez for Liverpool, who Charlton player did sign. Would you be able to kind of use him as a raw player and shape him up and maybe make him a left back rather than a centre back, that kind of thing?
Yeah. So there's obviously limits to it. You're not going to make John Terry the best striker in the world, but what you can do is build up his defensive ability, like you said. You talked about there as Gomez defending wise. You can do that. You can maybe make him a better passer as well. But the potential and the growth is also dependent on position.
Oh, great save from Courtois there.
One other thing we could mention, maybe you could switch it on quickly, is the trainer. So we've got training and then there's the trainer. So I know a lot of our core fans maybe think this isn't something for them, but we're only going to see the basic controls right here, but you can actually start to see much more advanced controls. So, but this is a great way for some of our newer players to come in, learn the basics. But we also show you things like advanced controls, like triple tap crosses as well. Lob through balls, different ways to play the game. So we think this is important. It's helping new players, but also some players that are playing FIFA for a couple of years, and maybe some more advanced controls.
And if there's a really good FIFA player, you'll be able to see the way they play and what combinations of buttons they're using to play the game. Exactly. What a goal, my words!
So that was actually some new logic there for the goalkeeper, just the way they step back, sort of move back towards the goal. Obviously had a few issues around goalkeeper last year, but he's actually able to track back better.
Nice.
As well.
And will this new trainer mode, will that you see a lot of times you'll see the FIFA great goals where you'll see Ronaldo do a crazy back heel kind of free kick or do some crazy skill. Will that be part of that as well?
In terms of telling you what he's just done? It's basically just contextual to say in this situation
this is what you should do.
Not what you should, but you could do. It's not like
he's through. Offside.
It's not like that. This is the perfect thing to do. This is just some suggestions about what you might want to try.
And obviously, you've got all the new kits here. That's a big thing. I mean, the new I mentioned before the hoops, but the new Chelsea kit, the new sponsors.
Absolutely.
And I think people I get so excited by that. Right. Just the new kits and the new look.
Yeah.
And there's so much. I can't wait to see the Charlton kit and see what that's like. And there's so much authenticity to FIFA now.
So again, that was another pass with purpose. We call it. That was the harder pass there.
I had to make the pass.
I don't know what Al's doing. He's just...
Diego Costa was just waiting in the middle.
He just needs to finish, really.
Finish. The problem with Chelsea is they always try and walk it.
Yeah, well, he's obviously he's trying that.
But yeah, you can see...
You can see the coverage of the players a little bit more defensively as well. They were very much sticking to their man previously, whereas now they're much more likely to try and defend the space. Exactly, exactly.
That's it. That's what I always try and do. When I'm playing career mode, I always sell my defender short, and you've got to defend that space and wait for the ball in and make the difference there. No one there for Chelsea.
I'm playing with one contact lens at the moment. I think that's worse than the red card.
Right,
so there you go.
1-0.
That's kind of like a complete game. You get the idea. As if you're at Gamescom, this is the build you can come and play on the show
Messi's
floor.
new tattoo there as well.
Exactly.
Awesome.
We've done some work on the faces as well, just improving some of the facial textures for some of the bigger players. You're always going to get. We try and build in the atmosphere as well. We did a lot of work of changing the way we do all the replays a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
we try and obviously build on that each year.
I'm a huge fan of this replay system. I love, especially after a big game with lots of incidents.
Yeah, you get to see.
You sit back and review it.
Yeah.
And you can see the graphical fidelity there. Like you can see the difference in the facial structures and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely skills from Willian.
So I don't know if we've got time for one. We can maybe start another game with a couple of different teams. Oh, that was actually, we just passed the screen. We've just changed the flow slightly so you can go in and see some of the highlights a little easier to get to them.
Oh, nice.
Obviously we've got these screens won't be in the final game.
You can do a replay by a player there.
You can actually, some of the key moments, that screen's been in the game previously, but it was a bit hidden.